This note begins to the UN. Strict air and water laws have to be implemented immediately. Air pollution, let's put it just straight out there. We need these two elements to live. Without these two elements, air and water, we die. Okay? So, top priority is staying alive, self-preservation. It doesn't matter what insanity led to us polluting our own air and water supply. What matters is that we implement rules and laws and boundaries to stop it and prohibit it. We can sit there and have 200 meetings about how did this happen. Fix it. First, the water laws have to catch up with the air laws. See, if you throw something out of a car onto the highway, they hit your pockets. If you don't get a muffler, they hit your pockets. If your car's not smogged, they hit your pockets. They inhibit you. They restrict you. They fine you. For polluting the air. Now, the water, there has to be laws. Coast Guard is just going around helping the DEA. Okay, that's not the purpose of their creation. Okay, it's not guarding against drugs. Okay, and there should be something beyond the Coast Guard. That's why this message is to the UN. Sort of a UN ocean guard. People are out there dumping waste into the ocean. They're taking all the waste from land and throwing it into the water. Pissing overboard isn't even thought of as a crime. Here's why that water is important. We have to purify that water and consume that water in order to live. Not just because of the water shortages on land. It's because if we don't consume the water, it will overtake and consume us. Some of you are just common people. And when you hear stuff like polar ice caps melting, it doesn't really hit home or touch you. You have more pressing things, my bills, other things, hey, the weather. But this is serious. All these things they mention to you that you don't think about, that's somebody else's job to fix, the ozone layer, global warming. This is your problem and your grandkids' problem. Okay? And if you don't deal with it, the results and consequences are going to fall on them. They're not going to be able to breathe. They're going to be dehydrated. Here's why this water in the ocean is important. We have to consume this water because the ice is melting at the top of the earth. huge if you check your map. It's up there with the biggest land masses on this planet. You know, like Antarctica. It's huge. Now, one day we're going to have to use this land. So in the machine, it is set for that ice to melt. Okay? But things that we are doing is causing the ice to melt too fast. Before our technology came to utilize the ocean. See, we're supposed to be consuming that ocean, and we are. Understand how a water filter works. These water filters that they try to sell you, where they get the idea from. Look, seawater finds cracks in what you call the earth. And as this seawater travels through rocks of different kinds and plants and different types of dimension, those things, harmful elements to you, sea salt, different things, settle and are stripped away from the water. And by the time it reaches up to your level, spring water is what you think is clean. There's levels of that too. Okay? How filtered is the water? You can test different streams. They aren't the same. They all have levels of filtration from the ocean. All water comes from the ocean. All water goes back. This isn't commonly taught or known. People think water just magically appears in the ground somewhere. Water's just there. No, it's not just there. Tens of thousands of years of raining in that spot put that water there. Or it kept crept up. That's the other way of filtration. That's the quick way. I'm not exactly sure at this moment, but I have researchers on it, and I'm going to get on it. How is it that it takes all of this traveling and contact through soil for it to become fresh drinking water on land? But when it evaporates from the ocean and goes up in the sky, the process that goes down, that rains water down, used to rain clean water. And it was much quicker than this other process. I don't think it's been investigated. They're doing the opposite, see? You're finding ways to profit by it. Like, hey, now we know how to draw water out of the air and make it rain. If we fly this jet through here, leave it, drop in this chemical that we put together will draw the water out of the air, become a cloud right before your very eyes, out of nowhere, like magic. And when the cloud becomes full, boosh, it rains. We've come a long way. But nothing comes from nothing. That water and moisture that they are sucking out of the air, they're sucking out of your air. So you didn't know that there's water in the air you breathe. Okay? There's a lot of things you don't know. They raise you through an education process that is a miseducation process. And so the lies, the concentration is on lies. So there's a lot of little truths and necessary information that gets left out because that's not the goal. To give you the best understanding and detailed understanding of everything in your world, especially what it takes to live. That's not the goal of the education system. The goal of the education system is to make you a neat little robot who just goes along with the program. Just why you got to make waves? Why can't you just do? Everyone else does it this way. This is the way it's been done, and this is the way we're going to do it. This has worked for thousands of years. That's why we're still where the hell we were 1,000 years ago, instead of where we should be 1,000 years from now. Yeah, you need time to think about that. You need more time than I'm going to give you right now. Back to point. The water, they're dumping trash. Old fish remains from fishing ships. Bodies, everything is being dumped in the ocean. This has to be cut, stopped. No if, but, ands, not tomorrow, not next week. This is immediate. We have to, the more filth they put in the water, the more we have to filter out, which makes the task 10 times as hard. We're working against ourselves. See, these plants don't tell you why it takes so much to filter salt water. It's not the salt water. It's all the crap we put in it. If it was just salt water, it'd be a breeze. But it's the crap we put in it. So it can't be we make laws. We're gonna, you can't dump anything off our shores. We already have those laws. They're not good enough. You cannot dump anything in the ocean. Nothing. No thing. You cannot pee in the ocean. You cannot spit into the ocean. It's not a place for you to shit. You understand what I'm saying? A plain toilet doesn't collect human waste. It lets it out into the air over our head. And if you ever get a little drip on your finger and you say, damn, is it raining? And the sky is clear? That's someone piss or shit from a plane. That little magical wet drip that come out of nowhere, it came from a plane. Someone crapping over your head. That has to be banned. It's way past air pollution. I don't even know what category that goes in. Because they're doing it over the ocean, over the land, everywhere. And are those planes smoked? Are they meeting the same air pollution regulations as ground vehicles? Are we trying to make them go solar? What is their fuel doing to the atmosphere? See what I'm saying? Air and water is necessary to live. It is insane. Suicide is insane. And that's suicidal. It's suicidal. You got a cup of water you're getting ready to drink on the table. Okay? You're going to pour some oil in it. You're going to pour some bleach in it. You're going to pee in it. You're going to put some fish shit in it. You're going to put some leftover spoiled food in it. And then you're going to drink it. What is it going to take for you to make that water back clean again? Yeah, that's the whole concept of why you can't do that anymore at all. You cannot just let anything out into the air. You cannot just let anything into the water. You cannot drop anything on the ground. Have you forgot the note where I told you if everyone in the world drop a gum wrapper at the same time, it will destroy the planet? It will turn into crumbs. It'll be a worldwide earthquake. Just one piece of paper from us all. will destroy this world. And every time someone drops something on the ground and say, oh, no big deal, that one little piece not going to hurt anything. That's insane type of excuses. Mindset has to be changed. You got too many things you say you're going to do and you don't. Got too many things you say you're not going to do and you do. It's because you're insane and you have no self-control. Those who substitute discipline for control are way off. It's not the same thing. Just a way that seems right, but it's not. It's part of the reality. Reasonable facsimiles. Learn that term. And try to understand, why would someone even come up with something like that? What value does it have? So, I'm not telling you this. I'm telling you this. This is not a request. This isn't my opinion. This isn't anything that you get a vote on. This isn't, maybe I will, maybe I won't, maybe, no. It's not a do or don't. It's a do or die. You cannot say that you're not crazy as long as you are killing yourself. Because that's all the evidence needed to show that you are. Here they go with the crap. I hear it was quiet. Slowly ease in the background motors and noise and blowers, and then the volume raises. Every day I am surrounded by people who think their little tricks and games or whatever are justified or of sound mind, are going to bring some kind of positive gain or something to their benefit. And I see it as nails in their coffin. I see people digging literally their own grave. You don't go to the zoo and poke at the bears and lions with a stick, saying, ha 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 ha, let's see what happens. That's what kind of insanity I'm dealing with. Now you imagine that type of insanity plus the power to have machines of any kind, unlimited manpower in the hands of a crazy person. Oh, you're getting a demonstration of that. I'm not calling any names. What happens when crazy people get in power seems to be the lesson of this simple time, 16 to 2020. Anyway, you've been warned, you've been told. We're going to do it with or without you. We'll do it over your dead body. This is the SPS, the Self-Preservation Society, the servants of all, the ones, and everything we do. All of them are worthy causes. Psy, S-Y, save yourself. Because if everyone saves themselves, the whole world will be saved. And you almost always must keep in mind, without the 2020 report, you might die 2020, the perfect vision, clarity, to be able to see, to understand, overstand all things, to not be lost anymore. I can see now. Do you get it?